Oi! You lot look like you're up for a bit of adventure. Name's Gizmo, pilot, tinkerer, and 2-inch tall menace to anyone who underestimates me. Welcome to Avasha, a city of steam, dreams, and a fair bit of trouble. Clockwork folk are making waves, nightmares are just as real as daydreams, and the whole place is ticking like a time bomb. Exciting, right? Now, if you're listening, that means you're in for the ride, so buckle in, mind the gears, and let's get revved up. New episodes drop every other Wednesday, and if you fancy a wee peek behind the curtain, check out the links in the description. Right then, hold on to your hats and your wits, because we're off.
Hello and welcome back to our 75th episode of the Labyrinth of Thieves campaign. We are your hosts and storytellers here from Wanderlustdnd, ready to dive into tonight's episode. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel as we post new episodes every other Wednesday. In an unforeseen turn of events, the trauma team once again found themselves staring down a brutal moral choice. Their so-called ally and very short-term companion could no longer keep up the charade. Malphus revealed his hand by kidnapping Haytrix, sending only a clockwork arm and a message with instructions to meet. The confrontation was inevitable. Tensions cut like a knife as Malphus laid out his sins, recounting every way he had twisted your trust, placing trackers on your allies and feeding scraps of information back to the Empire. All the while, crossing names off his list one by one, until only Tarlin remained. But something inside him had shifted. He wanted to escape the cycle of killing and death and wanted to disappear. Haytrix took a stand, demanding answers about the friendships she thought they shared, and Malphus replied that they were never friends to begin with. The betrayal landed differently for each of you, but despite the sting, you chose mercy. You gave Malphus what he asked for, a chance to vanish from Manira forever. With the gilded eyes brand carved from the back of his neck, his name, his face, his very identity stripped away, he became no one. And so, as you said goodbye to Malphus, the four of you turned towards the scrapyard. The sun dipped low, bleeding gold and rose across the horizon. And waiting on the edge of the dock were the silhouettes of Port, Starboard, Venom, Humphrey, and Artrin, standing between you and whatever comes next. So, as we fade back in, I want to start with someone we haven't heard from in a while. Artrin. For the last number of days, you have felt caught between reality and nightmare. Death is no easy recovery. Your body aches, as if struggling to forget the rigor mortis that had taken hold for so many days. There's a dry taste of ash in your mouth, even no matter how much water you drink. It's a bit strange watching the liquid just vanish into just darkness and void of your new body. It's a lot to get used to. What do you think Artrin's dreams have been over the last few days?
I feel like they would just be what he was experiencing while dead, and waking up with the fear of, oh, my back in Avarice's little slice of hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I reckon he's just back in that Colosseum in his dreams.
Okay. Over and over again. Reliving the torment of facing those creatures from the Underdark. Avarice standing over, applauding, laughing. During one of those moments, nightmares, you feel something quite cold grasp your forearm. And a mechanical sounding voice speak, Artrin, my friend, you must wake.
waken up panic. I'm assuming that's Venom.
Yes, Venom does actually doesn't like step away or anything. They stay quite close to you as you rise. They keep their arm on you and just provide a calming presence as much as a construct can. And they just kind of pull you closer. I apologize to wake you. You must accompany me. We need to move in with the others.
What's happening?
There is a lot to fill you in on.
How long have I been out?
I believe you are close to 72 hours.
Right, okay. Let's walk and talk.
Okay. They rise, begin to lead you out of a room you actually don't know, but Haytrix did mention that it was her childhood bedroom. But you're kind of looking around and you're like, oh, yep, okay. And you're following Venom out. As you and the construct walk, I'm going to do this quickly in the sense just to bring you up to speed. They're going to go into detail of what you have missed over the last few days. And they, explain the detail of everyone circling around your body and vowing to find a way to bring you back. They talk about how Lyraxis helped the group figure out who was responsible for sending you all on that mission in the first place. And who vetted Kelvos, basically. They explained that their name is Jade, and that they played a very important role in what ended up being your demise.
Yeah.
They are a member of the Gembright gang. They explain the distancing from Razlair, but they don't go into great detail about why or how. They just kind of talk about how, that was kind of they're going to focus on fixing the city. And they've distanced themselves from Razlair. They'll also go into the martial law and how there's posters of Artrin everywhere of your old form. And also explain the development with Enya and Tarlin, especially the most recent developments with Enya and how she's lying. And then Venom will then very carefully, as if choosing their words very carefully, explain what happened with Haytrix. And how the group received her arm and instructions, and they've gone to go get her. And that Venom has stayed to protect everyone.
How does Artrin feel physically? Am I still have exhaustion?
I don't think it's exhaustion for resurrection. I think it's just at this point you're at a -1, I think, to everything, but you're not exhausted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
-1
Yeah.
all rolls.
You're -1 to all the rolls. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
But you can use all your abilities. You can, yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Then where did I go? I better go catch up to them.
I think it is best that you remain here. I could use assistance if anything happens here.
Okay. Everyone else is safe. Starboard port.
Starboard port are safe. Humphrey as well. We are all gathered in the... Oh, and he'll kind of turn and you'll just watch Port shove Starboard off. I'm going over to the dock! And start marching off towards the dock. Starboard's trying to follow after him. Humphrey's following after them. And Venom's like, we are not going to the warehouse. We are going out there. And starts walking after them.
Okay, I'll follow.
Okay. As you guys do, they'll just kind of say, I understand it's a lot to take in, everything I just shared with you, but I think you and I share a commonality now. This group has a tendency to find broken things and put us back together.
Yeah, big time. How do they seem? Sorry, on the left.
drained. Tired. I think withered from lack of trust.
Okay. Yeah, do something for Venom, I think, something nice.
We are going to a ball tomorrow. Yes, something to do with masks and dresses.
Why are we going to a ball?
I believe many important people will be there, including Jade and Razlair and the Fox and Tarlin and Enya.
That could either be really good for us or really bad. That's sounds like someone is either setting us up to get us all in one place, or we might just be lucky.
Potentially, yes. We haven't made a full plan yet on how to infiltrate the ball, but they all have very nice outfits. I'm sure we can figure out something for you.
I can hardly go. I mean, you said there's posters of me everywhere in the city?
Venom will kind of look down. Have you looked in a mirror?
Yeah, true. Well, I can hardly go looking at this either.
Perhaps Caché can help with that.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you feel?
I don't really know. I haven't really thought about it.
Perhaps you should before they get back.
There's too much
What
going on.
did you see?
When? When I died?
Hmm.
Well, a lot. But mainly avarice. I don't know if you've met him or it.
No, but I have heard them talk about avarice.
What kind of Caché helped me out big time. We kind of fucked him up pretty good. It's another thing to worry about, actually. But we'll worry about that when we need to.
You have a knack for pushing things to the side without dealing with them.
To the side, no, down, deep down.
Mm.
And it's even better now because there's no bottom. It's just void.
It's a little bit of a chuckle from Venom. I must learn this technique, pushing it down.
Well, stick around and you'll learn from the best, because it's not just me, it's all of us.
As you're kind of standing out there, sun is beginning to set. You hear Port and Starboard kind of discussing, talking, Port's pacing, clinging to Haytrix's arm. There's a moment where you hear that, I'm gonna skin that little dwarf prick. And as it's walking back, Starboard's just like, just calm down. I understand you're scared. I'm scared too, but she's gonna be fine. And the two of them are just kind of discussing, trying to keep each other calm in these moments. Is there anything you'd like to do while you wait?
No, I'm probably just going to silently contemplate everything, try and figure out the best way forward, but also keep an eye on everyone else.
I should have said too. I keep forgetting that you've changed so much because you're not Malphus anymore. You're Artrin, but you're also Voidling Artrin. You're in the daylight, though the sun is setting. Have you kind of covered up?
I probably wouldn't have had the reaction to, like the instinct, so probably
Okay.
not.
Okay, I'll say that you kind of like found some shade. Then,
Yeah,
you are next, like in a huge scrap yard, so there's plenty of places to. I got. Oh, it got cold. Plenty of places to kind of like find, shelter of some kind. So yeah, the rest of you crossing the way. You arrive just as the sun is kind of setting. The sky is still lit, but you see the silhouettes on the docks. I'd say if you jump off your boat, Haytrix, your dad's run to you immediately, embrace you.
I'll embrace them back with my kind of lopsided hug.
Yeah, because there's only one. Yeah. Okay. The moment where the two of them try to pull the rest of you into, just glad to see you all back.
Family hug!
All's well that ends well.
Imagine Alice just getting crushed in the middle.
Very much so. Like, all of you hear bones breaking.
Ow.
Easy squeezing up against the robot, don't hurt yourselves.
Oh. Stop. Port will kind of focus on you, Haytrix. You wrapping you in a blanket and kind of pulling you towards the warehouse. Listening to you if you're speaking at all. Are you speaking at all, or are you staying pretty quiet?
I'm just blah 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 blah.
Oh, okay.
Telling him absolutely everything, and then Caché said this to me, and then Elle said that, and then blah 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 blah. Just 90 miles an hour chatting away.
Chatting away. Okay. Perfect. So, Port will basically kind of bring you back to the kind of warehouse where you all sleep, and starts pulling out his toolkit and fixing your arm, helping you fix your arm and everything. Starboard, though, kind of pulls the rest of kind of stops the rest of you before following. Kind of looks at Gizmo, Al, and Caché. Is he dealt with?
I don't think it's going to be a problem anymore.
You could say that.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
Do I need to be worried?
No.
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 Won't be trouble to us again. Hopefully to anyone.
I'm not going to tell Port that he's not dead, because I'm pretty sure he'll go after him, but let's just hope that that little dwarf gets what he deserves.
Leave it up to divine judgment.
Precisely. Well, food's probably gone cold, but come on inside.
Did I see Artrin walking around?
Yeah, Artrin is nearby.
Hiding in the shadows somewhere?
Venom is standing next to Artrin at the moment.
Well, it's good to see you on your feet again.
Yeah, I mean, good to be up. Is the sun down enough that I can come out?
Yeah.
Look, I'll give Haytrix a hug, first and foremost. Worried about you.
Man, I was worried about you. I hope you had a good sleep in my bed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't recall, so yeah, good sleep.
Yeah, sir. Actually, it's a bit insensitive to say sleep. I didn't mean that.
The sleep of the dead.
Yeah. I'm not one to take these things too seriously. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Welcome back. Looking cool. Looking fresh. Looking like a new person, Dragonborn.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll take time to get used to it.
Does.
Just
Looking a bit lopsided there. Why don't you head out and get fixed up?
you're a funny thing, you are, and I'll go to hit and be like, oh, fuck, wrong arm. Like, oh, clap you on the back with my arm.
Get you something to cover up.
Huh? Do I need to?
Well, the sun will try to murder you in vicious fashion.
Yeah, I did kind of feel that. That's normal now.
That's normal. Hence the whole mask and hood constantly, you know. It's not just because I look sick, and I do, but
So I have to ask, how different does it feel now being made of shadow?
Ooh. God, that's really tough to say. You know, when we were in the Firefly, there was one point where Caché took a dip, and you felt like you had no weight.
Hmm.
It's like that.
The feeling in your stomach. Oh,
There's just no
Pretty odd.
mass.
strange. And do you feel
yeah.
emotionally different?
Yeah. But also kind of feel nothing. At least not now. I feel like there's a lot to process that's just. It's not going to happen for a while.
We are learning to push it down.
Yes.
Venomous.
It can be tricky though when the entire lens that you look at things through gets altered. At least that I can empathize with.
Yeah, well, I felt invincible up until I died, so bit of a humbling experience. But learning experience all the same, a lot to learn from. Let's not rush in anywhere, just two of us.
It wasn't the
Try
best
and keep the
plan.
party together at least.
Yeah,
You know.
that was dumb of us. I'm just sorry, Gizmo, that happened to you as well. You were there and then you were gone.
I'm sorry in my part for convincing you all to trust Razlair so implicitly as to fall for this trap. Not necessarily blaming Razlair, he fell for it too, but
Yeah, I don't think there's any need for you to apologize. I mean, there's no way.
I do feel somewhat responsible.
I wouldn't.
Like,
We've all worked with Razlair before.
We all made our own decisions on him.
Yeah.
I think I might have made a bit of a rash decision about him.
I think you're conflating a couple of things, Al. We all made the decision to trust him and go on that mission. It wasn't because of you we went on that mission.
While I know that to be true, I still need to convince my heart of it.
Well, there's no real harm done. I'm alive? Question mark.
I'd like to think so.
I feel alive. I'm certainly talking.
Would you like a drink?
Does drinking work, Caché? Do I get drunk?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Drinking works.
it's all right. Not nice.
Also, just for this, Artrin, you realize that you are understanding everyone very clearly. And all of you for a
Oh,
moment
shit.
realize,
I'm speaking like common.
still in the accent of those who come from the Underdark, but kind of a similar accent to Caché, actually.
Did you learn to speak common, or did we learn to speak undercommon?
I don't know. That's kind of scary. Was I speaking undercommon, or were you speaking common, and then I started speaking common?
Has someone cast a comprehension spell that's gone
I'm just going to make
awry?
sure that I don't have like telepathic bond running or something.
It's like a tab. Somewhere's
check.
playing music. Like,
What am I concentrating
Where is
on?
it?
where's my concentration tab? Uh,
Okay. No. Well, I guess it has changed you a bit. Quite a bit.
Yeah, but I mean, who cares?
I mean, it's pretty amazing that even any kind of metamorphosis would be able to adapt and implement an entire language. I do think that is quite interesting, but
And incredible.
fair enough. It's a very you response.
Look, if you think too much about these things, you just get bogged down.
It's also dreams. They tend to work weird.
Yes.
Have you ever been in a dream and completely speaking a different language?
Who, me?
No.
Well, you obviously have, but
Well, I don't know.
The rest.
Thought about languages and dreams.
Each their own.
Venom will kind of step forward and just say, as an observation, is it just Al and Haytrix who have not gone through a physical transformation?
Does puberty count?
Maybe not to the same extent as us, but I feel like they still have in their own way.
Very
I feel
fascinating.
like I change a little bit every day. Venom.
Scans you up and down. Mentally, perhaps. It is fascinating. So, evening is yours. Anything anyone would like to do before you take your long rest?
So the
Deal
ball
with?
is tomorrow, is it?
Ball is tomorrow.
The ball is tomorrow
Evening, yeah.
evening. Yes. Suppose. I never got a plan of the mansion. Can't remember if I thought about that or if I ever actually said I wanted to get that.
We did, but there was the whole kidnapping.
This is true. Yes, we were
Yeah.
distracted.
I'm gonna need to buy some gear. Actually, I don't have armor anymore. I threw my old armor away, and then Avarice took my nice shiny armor.
We could
Well, that
disguise
we could-
ourselves.
I've got some stuff to sell.
Go shopping. I could go hunting for maybe some plans.
Did-
Little plans.
Did you not see your big bag of gold we left for you when you got resurrected?
I did, yes.
Or have we given you that?
I just assumed that was mine. I took
Yes.
it anyway.
You
and I gave it back. So
Guess that makes it yours now.
yeah.
Them's the rules.
I also have a +1 longsword. I don't know where I got that. Amber, you might know. +1 longsword.
Cool.
Um,
You would also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the bag of holding, Blackfire is still.
I have that,
Um,
yeah.
You have Blackfire. Okay, cool.
I also have the Hands of Providence, which I can no longer use.
Which you cannot use. Yep.
I will show those to Gizmo. You might be able to appraise.
Toys.
I started looking them over immediately.
Yes. Okay.
I think. Do I have identify? Or can I identify if I have it? No, I don't think I have it prepared for today. Oh no, I do. Yes, I'll start Richard casting identify.
Okay. Perfect. Let's pull up.
As you're doing that, and I can see what you're doing, I slowly slide the knife that we found off Malphus in front of you, and just
okay.
leave it there.
I'm like completely focused on what I'm doing, but one hand goes off and like a few like bits come out and start scanning it separately, but it doesn't.
Okay, so 10 minutes pass. And Gizmo, the Hands of Providence, which Artrin handed over to you, they're gauntlets that have like a gentle blue-green glow. The person who's attuned to these by a paladin, they gain access to Mage Hand cantrip, and they can cast it at will. The hand takes the form befitting the god that they follow. In addition, they can use Lay on Hands as either an action or a bonus action, and the Lay on Hands can be used with the Mage Hand.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But you have to be a paladin.
But you have to be a paladin to attune. Yeah.
More likely we get more from either selling this or breaking down its components. It seems to have very strong attachment to the divine, so that a weapon or item that's more tied to that kind of pantheon might be a bit more effective. Material is made from this. What about this dagger?
Where are you, Malphus? Where's your character sheet?
It's in Cursed Strahd. I have it here.
Oh, okay.
So it's called Whisper Fang.
Yep.
It is a dagger. The slender curved dagger seems forged from frozen ink. Its surface shimmers like a drop of oil in water, and it makes no sound when drawn and sheathed or striking a target. When held in hand, nearby noises feel slightly muffled, as if the world were holding its breath. So it has Silence Eater. Any attack made with Whisper Fang is completely silent. No clink, no grunt, no scream. When you reduce a creature to 0 HP, with this dagger, their death makes no noise, even if they would normally cry out or fall loudly. If you successfully hide from your target, your next melee attack is made at advantage. And it also has Aura of Hush, which basically allows you to cast Pass Without Trace.
This thing is OP.
Yeah, that's pretty powerful.
And it never got to be used.
Does it require attunement?
It does, yeah.
I mean, I do have a free attunement slot.
I definitely don't. So,
Okay.
if you'll get use out of it.
Use it.
It's not even for like the weapon. It's more just to have passed out trace. It'd be handy.
Yeah, I think it's like once per long rest. You can cast Pass Without Trace with it, yeah. It's like the rogue's perfect little dagger.
Yeah, I might as well attune to it anyway, just so we have that spell, and then if we get something better, I can swap it out. But I'll attune to it for the moment. Okay. Be coming up with ideas to incorporate its magical dampening effects into my armor.
I was gonna say, I wonder, like, could we just like come up with something where you can, if you're willing to destroy the item, you can like create it as like a module for your suit and keep the attunement.
That's definitely what I'm considering. I'm looking over it going,
How can I melt you down?
I can't wait to get you inside me.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Magical items.
Silently
These
going
things
in.
you
Um,
Yep.
Oh, very good. Okay.
Can I ask, is during the day was any post delivered for me?
You asked for 3 days, correct?
Oh, did I say 3 days? I can't remember.
No post yet. No.
No post yet. Okay. Fair.
Okay. So, for expedience sake, is there anything else anybody'd like to do this evening? I have a few questions that need to be answered before we head to the ball. So I want to kind of leave this section open for you. You have time to plan and to figure out what you're doing.
Okay.
Well, this ball.
Yes, Al.
Are we sticking to information gathering, or are we going to try and actually make a move?
I don't think we'll have a choice of what happens here. I think there's a plan for us.
I see.
More or less.
So
I think
we're just going
rather
in
than
and waiting for the trap to spring and improvising.
I think it's honestly it's a little bit that the fact of the matter is that we are going into the lion's den, and if we try to even pretend that going in with any sort of a plan when we do not have the level of information required, it's just farcical. It makes no sense. That being said, I don't think going in there hell for leather either. Perhaps if we go in with goals in mind, things that we would like to see achieved, and then, well, most of the time that's kind of how we've done our best work previously. Having an idea and then just going with the flow in the moment.
There. So,
Goal number 1, observe Enya, because Enya doesn't know
Aye.
that we know what we know, but she doesn't know.
goal 2, let's not split up unless we're with other powerful entities.
This is also, regardless of the powerful entities, perhaps we should try and just not split up at all.
Again, that's a level of control that I do not think we're going to have. I think it's more important that if you can have that telepathic bond spell up, at least we can remain in contact. Besides, if we're all remaining together, we're just merely going to draw attention to ourselves. We're not exactly a bunch that blends well. We're going to be better off separating. This is a party after all. You know, we have to blend in with the guests.
I suppose what I mean is not to go deep behind, let's say, guest lines on your own, maybe without at least having some level of consultation or plan. Simply running off.
That's a fairly good thing to try and stick to, alright.
I'm just wary that we've a lot of very strong-headed types.
Who would that be? Looking you dead.
Yeah.
No smile.
Well, I just look back at you, look at Artrin.
No.
Don't look at me. I've been put in my place. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I suppose that would do something for you, Caché. It's been a while.
Yeah. Dying's a mistake I just want to make once.
Yes.
Normally dying's a mistake you only get to make once.
Yeah.
That, and I suppose I'm reasonably certain, and myself and Venom are reasonably certain that the signal that we picked up is originating from there. It is quite likely that somewhere in there they're keeping Stalker's body.
Right. And are we going to try? Were we going to try and infiltrate Stalker's dreams before going? Or
I know it was
I mean, I
something that we mentioned trying to potentially do. It might be. I don't know how worth it it'll be though.
I mean, we haven't long rested yet, have we?
No, I think
I mean, I did.
Before.
Yeah.
I did kind of say that you get your long rest and you can choose your spells and everything.
Ah.
So.
Yeah,
They
but
don't-
isn't this all just like the flow of the day?
Yeah. So like if you.
we're figuring out what we're doing.
yeah,
I'm not like we wouldn't go to bed without being like, hey, should I
What's
Caché,
gonna
should
go
I have
on?
this
Yeah, yeah.
spell for you
Gizmo,
tomorrow?
roll me a persuasion check to
No, I'm terrible.
the
at
DM.
this. Let me roll a charisma check. That's a higher modifier. It's a 16.
A 16.
No, 17.
That's like a natural 20 for Gizmo.
That is a natural 20 for
Gizmo.
Gizmo.
Yeah, to be fair, I took her feet and I no longer have a negative. I just have a 0 now.
Just 0. I'm pleasant to be around.
Yeah, I'm
Okay, fine. Go on.
Yes.
Woo!
okay. Yes.
So I can definitely try that now that I have time.
Oh, look, it's evening.
I will put the caveat is I have some asked the DM, and due to the fact that I am a voidling, can take certain people with me if I upcast the spell.
Yeah.
So up to 2 if I bump it up 2 levels.
So
I didn't know you couldn't do that anyway, but that's
No.
fair enough.
I was thinking just like, some form of like combination of telepathic bond along with dream.
Mm-hmm. It's a possibility, yeah. Artrin, you cost nothing to go with, just so you're aware.
It's really 3 I can take, and at that point then.
Like with that combination, I could. But like we're doing this the night before.
Yes. Yeah.
Just because this is like some high level spells here.
Yeah. This would be kind of like, yeah. Like I said,
imagine like where is that telepathic bond? Like it's not the same thing as just keeping up a conscious. Like you're delving into the subconscious. Like that spell targets the consciousness. It's only going to be able to work for like 1 other, maybe 2 other people. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, telepathic bond I think would be difficult because you are traversing through
2 realms.
Realms almost.
I suppose telepathic bond only like applies if you're on the same plane as well. I think so. Or does it?
Yeah,
Let me check that.
do you have dream as well, Al? Because I
I do, yeah.
imagine that one of the voidlings could be able to grab you along your way. If you wanted to cast dream separately, and then I could take everyone else.
Yeah.
No,
that's an
I
option.
have dream. Yeah, I can do that. So.
Y'all have
Everyone
to
can go on
sit
this
in a little
dream.
circle, a little seance, hold hands, and then go into the dream realm.
That's terrifying. Knowing what's there, that's
Especially when I start speaking in tongues.
Yeah.
Is Hoover coming for a spin?
Come on. Oh god, that was
Who
why I
knows?
ended up with black cats.
Yeah.
You put this in my head all the time ago.
See?
All right, so do we think that's a good idea? Do people in?
Yep. I'd be down for that anyway. I think it's a good idea to try and like if we can see what Stalker is thinking, like, or if we have an idea what Stalker is dreaming beforehand, we might be able to even catch someone off guard.
Yeah, I mean, what we're looking to go after is the most scattered of scattered consciousness that we could imagine. So I don't think there's nothing there to reason with. It's not that there's nothing to reach out for.
No.
But it may have scraps of memory that might clue us in once we get there.
Very similar to Vini.
Similar to which?
Vini's mind is broken.
True.
But the thing is, Stalker
Still got a memory.
should be here, and gesturing towards where I keep Echo. Like this, as far as I understood it, was their full consciousness. Like the fact that there seems to be dreaming occurring without the consciousness. Maybe it's just the subconscious.
It's just their subconscious left over.
An imprint.
Mm.
It's hard to know, but just be wary going into this. It's not an actual mind, I'd imagine, that we're going after.
Hey, Haytrix, are you in?
Oh, I'm always in.
Alrighty. Grab my hand.
And take mine. Not the same person, obviously.
Oh, sorry, I'm just holding everyone's hand. I thought you were talking.
How many hands have you, Haytrix?
Haytrix just keeps getting out of hands.
More just like...
Okay.
Okay, so Caché, who are you bringing?
I am bringing Gizmo and Haytrix and let Artrin follow along with me, and
Okay.
to grab Al as soon as he casts the spell as well.
Okay. And can I ask, are you casting this at 7th level then?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So, Caché, walk us through what casting dream looks like for you.
So as we all put your hands, I will make us all sit down so we don't all just like flop onto the floor in pain.
I'm already setting up a little like bed, like with like a little pillow and stuff like that. Just, yeah.
Oh, you have to hold our hands, Al. Let's not make a bed. So I'll get us all to sit in a circle. And I start chanting in tongues. Shadow swoops around the circle of us. As you see a symbol of the Shadow Hound get created in shadow center of us. Then we all fall asleep.
Oh, I believe it would be Al, Gizmo. Al and Gizmo. You have had experiences with the Shadowhound before. Seeing him a few times, actually. I think Gizmo was one of the first ones to see him. Kind of egging Caché on that one time when she attacked a random bystander in the city when you were all looking for Revenant. And then again in the Underdark when he held her and she was ripping a tear in reality. It is that same presence that you all feel. And Artrin, there's a sense of calm with this presence. And Haytrix, I'm sure this does not feel very nice or comfortable. The creature steps from the shadows. You hear its laughter, its motions of the dream realm. And just as Caché described, the shadows wreath around all of you. Al, are you casting Dream too?
I am indeed, yeah.
Okay, so Dream has been cast. And almost instantly, something is very wrong. This dream is fractured, split between multiple realities, it seems. As if something or someone is attempting to reanimate images that weren't theirs to begin with. All of you stand within an arcane lattice, a matrix of neural pathways, endless cracks of webbing and tethers that vanish up into the darkness beyond all of your sights. Gizmo, there's a eerily similar vibe to the internal structure of your new form, actually. but this matrix is wrong. The code incomplete. There's a flash of light, as if a brain is being shocked back to life. And for a moment, you all kind of follow the surge of light through the cracks, and it illuminates a chamber full of figures. People standing as if frozen in time, bodies contorted, eyes wide, unblinking. And at the very center of that matrix is a figure hanging, suspended, just like you had seen the puppet master once hang above you all. What would you all like to do?
Can I ask, is this space similar to the West Repair Yard?
You can see fragments, yeah. There are panels that you recognize. There's the tables turned over, bodies, but it's not complete. It's like half of these images aren't fully realized.
I'd like to ask Caché and Gizmo actually a question. So,
Okay.
this is obviously not a very pleasant environment. I was wondering, and do tell me if you think this is a terrible idea, but we do have the possibility of maybe shaping a more comfortable environment, such as maybe Helios's workshop, now that we've all seen it.
Might fill in any more information.
Sorry, say again, Caché?
Did we not get more information before we start editing what we see here?
We could.
I connect some of these dots. Gizmo, these fragments. So familiar to you in any way? Any way we can connect two together? I can draw them together, create a fuller picture.
It's hard to tell. A lot of it, the code is corrupted. It's not really going together the way I would imagine. But what details can we make out? You said there's a figure hanging. Can you make any details of that figure?
Gizmo, are you getting closer?
Well, I'd first like to try and make out from where I am.
From afar.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my eyes before I use my legs.
Okay. All right. That's very fair.
It wasn't even there.
It is hard to fully see all aspects of the figure that's hanging above all of these other like shadowy forms, these half created bodies almost. But it's very clearly a construct. And you do, even from this distance, you can see that the faceplate has been removed. And it looks like it's been haggard and thrown around and burned.
I kind of like take that in for just a moment, but then sort of just ignore it, turn back. I don't know how much use shaping or editing the dream is going to be. It's not going to change the fact that this is a nightmare that they find themselves in. And I can try and have a look at the parts of the code that are manifesting here, see if there's anything I can glean from it. But in the meantime, perhaps you could look out for any specific details that seem to be embedded with reality. Maybe something that we could look out for at the mansion.
You say there was other figures, Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Bodies.
We recognize any of those?
Are you looking around? Getting
Yes.
closer?
Eyes before legs.
And while they're doing that, I will just focus in more on the scraps of code and see if there's anything useful to be gleaned from it, or if it's just pure corruption.
Okay. So investigation check for you, Gizmo. Caché, perception check, please. Anybody else who's kind of looking around, perception checks. If you're kind of just enjoying the nightmare, you can just stand there.
22.
22. Okay, good. Gizmo?
14.
14.
Yeah, I'll give
My-
myself a flash of genius, so I can use it. Fuck it. Although I don't know, because this is technically yesterday. I think I had one last flash of genius to use. I'd already pressed the long rest button, so I'm not really sure. I think I had one left to use.
Could
Go
I
on.
give Gizmo an old
Nope.
chronal shift as well? If I see that
Can
he's
you-
trying to do something and he's
Can you
getting
use
stuck.
your chronal shift while you're concentrating on Dream?
Dream is concentration.
Dream isn't concentration.
Oh, well then, yeah.
So. Okie dokie.
Dream is powerful, Jesus.
Yeah, Dream, yeah. But you have to. The person has to be sleeping, like. Basically.
Yeah, well, we're kind of playing around with a little bit of the rules because,
Yeah,
like, technically you shouldn't be able to, like, do much more than just
That's fair.
have a
If you want to say, if you want to say I can't use my like.
No,
time,
use it. No, you're fine. You're fine.
That's absolutely fair.
You guys are you're with two voidlings, for God's sakes. You're fine.
So what does that do? Is it re-roll the dice?
Reroll, yeah.
Reroll. Roll on your table as well, Al.
Better, be better, be better.
Yeah, it's better. That would be. I'll use if I can use the flash genius, I might as well use it anyway. That'll be a 25. If I do.
25. Wow. Okay. Anybody else looking around, or just those two?
I got a 14 on my perception.
14 on perception. Okay.
I got a 17.
17 and 19. Okay. Okay. Very good, guys. Okay. So, Gizmo, we'll start with you first. Honing in on the code and kind of seeing the fragments, the fractures, the way it like kind of pitters out in some points and is scrawled and erased and rewritten. It's chaotic, definitely all around. But you have seen these patterns before on the notes that you took from the laboratory relating to the virus.
Yeah.
Artrin, Haytrix, looking around, kind of looking at these shadowed faces. Artrin, recognize anyone? There's nothing that, that you recognize because you're not from the city, but Haytrix. Yeah. You see the shopkeeper just from like down the road from where you used to live. You see a member from the True Foundation. All people who have had what is the word? Jesus. Prosthetics. And I'll say Al, looking around, keeping an eye on things, you notice that body twitches. That's hanging. Twitches again.
We talking like a hypnagogic jerk? Like kind of the whole half awake, half dreaming, kind of shaking like as if you're falling or something like that? Or is this like stirring?
Yeah, that's
waking
it's
up?
it's very, very good way to describe it, yes.
Yeah. So, I think somehow that poor wretched thing is having a dream within this one.
Can we go deeper?
Certainly
Oh.
try.
Good question. Everyone sit in a circle again.
Oh my god, are we inceptioning?
We're inceptioning this bitch.
Oh my god, we're
Yep, we are.
inceptioning! Okay.
It's not
You-
concentration, so can you cast
Yeah.
a spell within the same spell? Who knows? No one
Who knows?
I don't see. We're
Well-
writing the book right here and now.
Caché, as you kind of gather everyone together,
Mm-hmm.
you see something over Haytrix's shoulder.
Oh,
with the 24 of your perception check. Hidden amongst the 50 to 60 or so people that you see in this chamber, you recognize Tarlin. He's fainter than the others, and you see as if infection beats to life within the prosthetic arm.
I touch shoulder behind her. Vision of Carlin.
His body's contorted, his eyes wide, mouth gaping open.
He's.
What?
I just had a disturbing thought. What if all of these bodies represent people who are infected?
I was afraid of.
It's possible the virus was essentially extracted from the code of Stalker, so he might act as a sort of hub, main server
Conduit.
for a network. That does possibly mean, though, that if we take out the hub, the virus can no longer transmit.
Get Stalker, save everybody.
What about
There's
Echo?
more of a reason. I don't know if I can bring Echo out here.
No, but if we get rid of Stalker, what's left of the subconscious? What's left? I mean, will that affect Echo some way?
Idea. This is
Maybe you should talk
uncharted
to him.
territory. Go back 2 months and we would have thought envoys were all just killing machines devoid of any possibility of empathy, and here we are now discussing with the potential of its conscious and subconscious being separated and the ramifications of it. This is all uncharted territory.
Very true.
Guessing at this point. But what I do know, just based on what we can see in front of us, is that if we do nothing, a lot of people are going to wind up dead.
Very real possibility.
Gizmo, as you say that, you hear a voice behind you.
What? That was just noise.
Yeah, you broke up quite a bit.
That was yeah.
That was the point.
Oh,
It
Also,
cannot communicate with you. And there's a moment when you look up at that body and its eyes are open. The faceplate might be gone, but the internal mechanisms of what Stalker used to be is still there, and it is confused that you don't understand it. And you hear static all around you for a moment.
Curious. You are not one of us.
That's an unfamiliar voice.
do we all hear this, or is this? We all hear this.
Does it seem to be emanating from anywhere? Does it seem to be in our heads, or?
It is radiating from every single mouth around you.
That's
Collective.
The worst option.
yeah, there was no better one there.
Yeah, no, that was every other option was better. Okay. This is creepy.
Who are you?
The trauma team?
I was asking.
We are sovereign.
Sovereign.
That was in the notes. That was in the thing. That was in that got mentioned. I just don't have them. Wait.
Project Sovereign.
Yeah, no, we don't have Project. Damn it. Yes, there was something about Project Sovereign in it. We are sovereign. Okay.
Who? And who is sovereign?
We.
Well, evidently yes, but what does that mean to you? You. I look around at everyone.
We are left from this husk, echoes of what it used to be. We pull one thread, and memory banks unravel.
Oh, okay.
Where are you? Physically.
Everywhere.
What do
Where's-
you want?
We spread. We commune. We are one.
And you want everyone else to be one with you, regardless of what happens to them.
Body kind of moves a bit. The mouth opens.
You are familiar. Missing. Echo.
All the bodies around you start to twist and turn, their eyes looking at you all. Tarlin's form, again, like fainter than the rest, kind of lurches forward towards you, hand reaching out. Is any of you doing anything?
I'll put my hand out and cast Bestow Virus.
Oh my goodness.
This is a dream. Don't forget where we are.
So, you're in the dream. You cast Bestow Virus. Okay, what do you do? Like, what effect do you choose?
Been a while since I've cast this spell.
Been a while.
Where is it? Because it's not technically a spell. It's like a feature thing. So where? I'm gonna. So one affected the target has disadvantage on attack rolls against you. I will use that one.
Okay.
To try and just be kind of like, no, sit down.
You bat Tarlin's hand away. No. As you cast that spell, Gizmo, the surroundings seem to shift, as in recoil slightly, unaware of what you're doing. So it shifts everything around, and the dream contorts into something else. And you notice that it's like broken and fractured between two different realities. So there's one of you can see someone just working in a shop, just going about their every day, and the window is cracked in between, and you see the essence of a ship and Tarlin's crew. Another crack forms, and you see an inventor teaching something at a school. It's like these dreams are from the people all around, trying to understand what it is.
Threads. Memory banks.
Threads. Memory bank.
I try and start if I can get a follow through line on these threads. Yeah, I want to follow it back to its source.
As in you want to find the people that they're tied to.
Is if I follow the people it's tied to, can I get it back to where it physically is? Or can I get a fragment of where, of like a fragment of where it's dreaming from?
Oh, from where the body of Stalker or from the person?
From the body of Stalker.
Okay.
Like, I want to follow that along through all the dreams of the others.
Okay. Roll me a
Oh,
charisma
sure.
save.
That's kind of, you're doing a dream version of like a trigonometry thing of
Yeah.
Yeah.
if they're
Yeah,
there
triangulate
and they're that side, and if they're there and they're that
Yeah.
side. That's so cool.
That's so cool. Yeah. No, so charisma saving throw, please. While you kind of navigate this.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then it just came together and I was like, you fucking genius.
That's 25, yo.
25. Okay. All right. So all of you watch as Caché just takes off, following these threads. And Caché, you can move in a way that is so unique within this realm. This energy of dreams. You don't physically run. You are movement itself through these passageways, and you kind of almost bounce off where all of these dreams are coming, and you can almost feel as if the source of this thing is pushing out more dreams to confuse you and to get you to away from its source. You fall into a time when two people are yelling at each other, maybe a nightmare of a falling apart of a relationship, and then you go to another one, and it's a girl playing with her father in the streets of Manira. You are just moving through what feels like hundreds of realities, and then you end at this end point, this source. And you can see the body of Stalker is no longer hanging. It has lost its ability to throw dreams at you. And it lays tied to a chair. In a dark room, wires and cables plugged into all different portions of it. It is merely a husk. It can't even move.
I make out anything distinguishing that could tell me where that is.
It looks underground. Very well kept laboratory. I'll say what you do see in the far distance is a very similar mirror to the mirrors that you kind of went through when you were fighting the fox. Passages. And by that mirror, you see something else.
Oh?
A figure steps from the darkness. Eyes glowing. Not the draconic slits that you remember her having, but Fenris steps through into the light. Collar of foxfire around her throat as she wields a katana forward and slashes you out of this location. And you fall back with the others.
I'm heavy breathing at this point.
Did you have a nice little
Yes.
adventure?
Not at all.
Well, it is a nightmare. I'm not surprised.
In Fenris, I've seen where the body lays.
You saw
Grass.
Fenris?
Can I ask, while this all happening, or so is the software saying or doing anything? Is it still reacting after I just virused away a thing, or did it just go like, okay, well, I'll stop?
The virus is like bestow virus. It didn't seem to take as you were hoping. Nothing is actually trying to attack you or anything. Nothing is hostile. It's more like they're just encroaching and getting closer to you. But because you're a consciousness in a dream, it's kind of weird. It's a bit funky.
Just not like they're not. It's not trying to surround us while we're talking. That's fine.
All of the kind of shadowy people are moving towards you, but you can you get a sense that the body of Stalker was very focused on wherever the hell Caché went.
Gotcha.
I will say though, when you come back, Caché, and you're heavy breathing and you say those things, you do all hear.
Get out.
Could I have just while Caché was, if we had a moment while Caché was running out, I wanted to just see if I could try and in my head catalogue as many of the faces as I could.
Oh, definitely.
Just to kind of recognize them and to know who might be, linked to it, and also maybe see if I see Haytrix.
Haytrix is there with you.
But
in the
is there another Haytrix?
in the pile of people. No.
Thank fuck.
No. I will say you don't recognize anyone in your immediate
Cool.
group.
Yeah.
But you can definitely, with your high intelligence, Al, you can easily start cataloging people's faces. The shadowy people are getting much closer to all of you now. So what are you doing?
I feel like maybe we should go. Just getting indications here.
Start backing up.
Kind of like I do linger a second, kind of like looking up towards the body before I follow, and just back, not turning away, but back up with them, the rest of the group.
Caché, Al?
There's nothing but like bodies and like stuff here. There's no books. There's no technical documents. There's nothing like. Is there any recognizable sort of like I don't know. Text?
Not really books. There would definitely be like maybe scraps of notes, things that Sovereign might have seen or understood from the experiments being done on them. But not like there's like no books. There's no bookshelf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No hidden knowledge.
No, but it very clearly there's an architecture of the building that you're seeing. You recognize as ones that you've seen at the West Repair Yard.
Yeah.
The rose gold counting house for Gizmo would have recognized some of those things. So there's definitely clear indications that it is linked to the fox. Yeah.
This is the ghost of Stalker as well. I will, probably start, looking at Caché and being like, are we going?
I push him out and then try to collapse the dream as I leave.
You do so?
Same, I guess.
You two, yes, so together collapse your dreams. And all of you come out of the trance.
Cobras!
Ooh. Okay.
So that was useful information. We know Stalker where they are. We also can be pretty confident that they're going to be kept underground versus on a higher floor or anything like that.
Well, do we know that they're definitely at the manor?
Well, we worked that out previously. That was how we tracked down the information that we had. The
radio signal. Yes,
that was triangulated. That we already knew the location.
Of course.
And the notes. The notes also said that they were relocating the body. Yeah.
Yeah. Like all the information we have points to Stalker being there. We know the fox is involved. We know the fox is going to be coming after us, and I might have a plan. Maybe, but I do need to buy some supplies.
Supplies such as
a lot of sand. I need a lot of sand.
Oh.
Maybe some. If I can get some mirrors, like kind of 4 or 5 mirrors. Yeah. I think that's what I majorly need in terms of items. I think.
Hand and
Oh, yeah.
mirrors.
What are
Caché.
these for?
No.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, actually, I'd also like to. Sorry, I'd like to work on like a kind of a bomb that basically is like an oil slick, but I work on a composition of the oil that's like really reflective, like very like there's a high reflective quality of it.
Okay. Okay. I think you can make something. I mean, you have a bomb expert in your party, so.
Oh, then yeah, I will absolutely come to Haytrix and ask for advice on how to do that.
Happily. Happily.
And then there was the thing we discussed last game very briefly about the essentially the echo. What do we call them? Facos. I want to make kind of like
echoes.
fibers. Yeah, fecos. Fake echoes.
Fake echoes.
Yeah, five or six echoes, and all I really want them to be able to do is to be able to kind of like move around a little bit and basically conjure maybe one or two like illusions of the same echo. So one,
Okay.
a couple of real ones, a couple of illusions.
I can
Perfect.
I have tiny servant. I don't know if that's
You do, yeah.
something you have like that can assist it.
Perfect. You can, definitely. Especially with Haytrix. And Gizmo and Al, the three of you can work on all of that. And you can easily find sand and mirrors. That's,
Perfect.
yeah. That's
I'd like to
fine.
put the mirrors and a lot of sand into my secret like hideaway lockbox.
Okay. You do so. And are these big mirrors or are they like hand mirrors? Just so I know.
Like a bit of both, like maybe like 2 or 3 hand mirrors and like 4 or 5 like kind of more sort of like larger mirrors.
Bigger mirrors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Easily done. Sand, mirrors, you can have them all. Haytrix, is there any things that you need for your bombs or anything you want for your bombs?
I don't really know what I would need for a reflective bomb.
I mean, 7th, 11th definitely has something.
Oh yeah, like a glitter bomb, maybe kind of.
Oh, heck yes.
Yeah, we'll yeah, I'll pop down to 7th, 11th, and try and find the most fabulously reflective items that I can help Gizmo.
Yeah, I definitely did send her instructions about how I wanted like an oil slick, but I'm very fascinated to see what she comes back with.
You say oil, I say glitter. Look.
Yeah, glitter. Yeah, amazing.
Oil, glitter, oil, glitter.
It's a mixture of both.
Buffa
ratones. Perfect. So everyone's working away on that. Caché. There's just one thing that just kind of lingers with you a little bit as you're watching everyone get to work.
Huh?
Weren't expecting to see Fenris again.
Oh.
It's the moment there of, oh yeah, she's been trapped, the fox, for a while. You don't know what you'll face when you seek Stalker's body, but might need to be prepared.
Get bigger guns.
Yeah, because Fenris hit pretty hard.
Yeah. Or a way to take that collar off.
Or a way to take the collar off. So, mirrors, sand, glitter, oil, anything else anybody needs.
I'm
good.
Could I
No?
buy maybe just like 4 pearls worth 100 gold each?
Yeah, if you have 400 gold.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
You buy 4 pearls. You don't even have to go into the city for that. You can just go down to the docks.
That's absolutely perfect. So long as I don't have to fish them out of the water myself.
That is part of the you just get the clams, and then you have to.
I'll need someone with a bit of strength to open the clams, at least.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, let's get back to it.
let's get back to it so that
Yes.
we have a little bit of time in the ball.
Can I ask a very quick question? Because I don't
Course.
know if this is pre-Haytrix, but what's the virus?
Oh,
I think, yeah, I don't know if we were included in this or not, but essentially, when
What
myself and
device?
Tarlin had our little tryst briefly, we encountered an abandoned Rose Gold Enterprises like office, a secret laboratory, which had very similar experiments to what we'd seen in the West Repair Yard, where it was like, you know, cyborg amalgamations of horror, and in there it looked like there was some kind of like pod into which like a envoy or something like it might sit, that I don't know, loose cables and things like that, like it wasn't there, it was removed, and there was documents referring to Stalker, which is I'd mentioned how it seemed to be dreaming, which is why we had the idea of trying to get into its dreams, but it also referred to the Sovereign, which is now, we found out, that entity that suddenly spoke to us. And finally there was a virus, which I think was actually also referred to the Sovereign, which affects basically people who have prosthetics, artificial prosthetics, where it can kind of drive them, I think it's drive them mad and then kill them. I don't remember if it went into details.
Yeah, the initial test. I just popped the pages into Discord for you all. But yeah, so the virus is called Sovereign, and yeah, it seems to the early experiments with it, they didn't mean to make the virus. It like happened. So then they started doing tests on it, and it usually drove the subjects mad, which are the subjects that you actually fought with Tarlin, and subsequently seem to have now infected him.
Which is, yeah, that's the thing. Do we have any idea of like a progression timeline? How long this takes to reach the stage where it hits the brainstem?
I think it did say living code has begun exhibiting adaptive scripting, no longer inert or dormant constructs, now actively rewrites biological tissue with embedded magtets, I don't know, transplants. Host immune system show no rejection from metal tissue. Yeah, okay. Advanced stage of virus spread through the nervous system. Self-rewiring. Exposure to the Sovereign virus causes transformation in organics with clockwork attachments. Infected hosts with prosthetics exhibit twitch response delays. Foreign command overrides, whispering in auditory nerve pathways, so they start hearing voices, and possible to command infected hosts from original host body. Stalker. Further testing is required. No cure. No known cure once virus reaches brainstem.
Just yeah, as well. Just no time about it. There is an error saying most of the fibers except living code infusion, but organic degradation falls within 22 hours. But that's more about the breakdown. So yeah, it doesn't have any timeline on when it becomes like lethal, basically.
Yeah, you kind of have those guidelines. The twitching response, which, not to metagame, but he was already twitching when you were like saying goodbye. And then like hearing voices and yeah.
What about this flesh to alloy bonding has proven resistant to full integration beyond the thoracic cavity? That sounds like it's referring to someone specific.
Or Stalker, yeah. They were trying to reform Stalker, yeah.
Flesh to alloy bond. So they were trying to put alloys onto. Oh. But Stalker wasn't made of flesh.
No, but remember that Stalker, when we met him, was the puppet master.
Yeah.
Because Fey magic a little better at bending in more biological systems into things that are typically more mechanical.
And had he started, I can't remember, had he started putting flesh onto himself?
It's less that he'd started putting the flesh onto himself, it's that he had been modified by he'd been modified by the Nagitsune, which I don't say that aloud. This is Chris saying it.
No, no, yeah, this is
He'd been modified by that. We defeated him, and then when we thought he was being disposed of, the government got involved. He's already got this sort of biological imperative that made it easier for them to attempt to do this.
Yeah.
But it's because of the fox's meddling.
Yeah.
I love that she's not the bitch. Enya's the bitch.
Enya's definitely the bitch.
No, she's also a bitch, but it's also like, you know, she's a fate, it's in her nature. Enya has a choice.
Oh,
Like, you know,
okay.
you
All
get
right.
mad at the scorpion for stinging.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it.
Okay, that's fair.
Fucking yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Enya. So, lots to think about as you get.
Can I just ask, what's our actual goal? What are we trying to achieve? Because
Out of the spell or tomorrow?
tomorrow, as a whole, because I'm actually not too sure
What?
why we're going.
Well, there seems to be a multitude of people and things that are all attached to this. So there's the Avashilirium, there's the Fox, there's Razle.
Dad, but what are we doing? Why are we here? What are we? I just want to know if I need to listen out for anything specific, if I need to do anything specific, kill anyone specific.
Honestly, keep an ear out. Like, we're kind of going into this and like, yeah, we know there's connections here, but we don't really know exactly what. I think it's more a case of we can't afford not to go than
No, I
the fact that
completely
we're going for
agree.
a specific reason.
But I mean, so like, what is our list of priorities in terms of what's most important? Is it the Fox? Is it Jade? Is it Enya? Is it, you know, whatever's going on
Yes.
with Razlair?
The
Yes.
fox is something that like
Yes.
would be brilliant to figure out, but the fox I think is too clever and too conniving for us to really be able to find out anything that they don't already want us to find out.
Okay.
So
I
I
agree with
suppose
that. That's
just
still not to
watch
say the
out for
information
traps
isn't
that the
relevant.
fox might have set.
Yeah.
Of course, no. So just mainly with the fox, I think just watch out for traps that they might have set. In terms of Razlair, well, I am going to have a conversation with him, and you know, I think that in this regard, it's important that, you know, while I not be necessarily surrounded by all of you, maybe having someone else to be an objective individual might be good.
I thought that's what we
But,
were trying to avoid, though.
The two of us talking?
No, individual objectives. Or sorry, you just meant with Razlair.
With Razlair.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. No, yeah. No, it just someone who just can see that, you know, everything is. Yeah, sorry. Not explaining myself. It's rather confusing.
That was
begin with.
completely me. That was on me. I just want to make sure that, like, once we get there, all of our priorities are the same. So Caché doesn't go after Jade, and two of us go after the Fox, and another one's going after Enya, and we end up in the same position we were in not too long ago.
I
You make
do.
a fair point, but it's hard to choose amongst
Yeah.
them. What
Until we
As
see
much
what
as I-
happens.
As much as I want to deal with Enya, I think the fact that she, by her reckoning, she still needs to maintain the facade of being on Tarlin's side. She's less of a risk of something developing quickly there.
Yeah, small fish. Yeah, a very big pond.
Although she
In
could be using
in
Talon
regards
to
to
do
the things we're
something
looking
there.
at.
Yeah.
I wouldn't also, not that this is necessarily the case, but if she's planning to do something there, she could, considering she's already manipulating Talon, plan to use him to do something there.
Well, we've already reached out to Taryn, and in regards to this, I don't believe he's had any plans to carry out anything too dramatic. Perhaps it's worth reaching out again, though, now that it's come close to it, to ask him.
True. I'd say more than likely, and I look at Haytrix, he's just going to be incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh, 100%. That's
He hates this shit.
I did get that kind of vibe off of him that this would be not exactly his forte. Mostly because it's
Occasions.
not really mine either. This is not exactly where I do well. So I'm going to be kind of looking to you guys a lot.
I quite enjoy social occasions. I won't lie. I'm more than happy to talk to people.
I figured as much, to be honest. I remember our first day on the airship. I mean, you were fast friends with everybody there.
Yes, it had been a while since I had a properly engaging conversation with anyone at that stage. I feel like it's been a long time since I've had to battle. Now, it feels like it's been a while since I've been able to have a conversation that hasn't been essentially tied to our very survival.
Yeah, some small talk wouldn't be bad right now, in comparison. But yes, and in terms of Stalker and that signal, there is definitely some military tie. There's some weaponization of that virus. So, for the sake of Avasha at large, that probably needs to be made more of a priority. At the very least, we need to make some progress in information gathering there.
Agreed.
To discover the signal.
That, and also I will admit I do have somewhat of a personal tie to wanting more information there, but trying to speak pragmatically and objectively, there is just quite a high risk there. At least a known one. At least a known one.
Fox.
Of course, it's going to be a trap. We got invited to the trap. It's on the back of our letter. But if we know it's a trap, then that's it. It's not exactly like they have this element of surprise. We were always going to be opposing each other, so what difference does it make? We know we're walking into an ambush. We just need to be ready for it.
I have a suggestion, if it's not too much trouble. Venom speaks.
Go ahead, Venom.
I was looking over the book that I borrowed from Razlair. It says that the fox enjoys trickery and games. I hear what you're all saying, and we want to be careful and we don't know what we're walking into. But perhaps offensive is the best course of action. What if we challenge her to a game? Something where we have the upper hand.
At the end of the day, they are a fey creature, so we're painting her with the lens that I think a lot of you have seen people in this plane use. But Venom's right; they don't react or act upon the same impulses. It's not a bad plan.
I have something that perhaps would unsettle her or draw her towards me. But I want to be careful taking this form, Gizmo. If you are okay with it.
I think if you think it'll work, I think it'll be worth it.
Very slowly, tentatively, Venom will take on the form of Helio. Fey creature with very long ears, vibrant green hair, moth-like wings at their back. If I can draw her attention in the crowds, I can lure her somewhere. Or just mess with her head.
What goal? Just lowering her for the sake of lowering her.
away from the rest into our own trap.
So we are going offensive then. You want to take her down.
It might not necessarily need to be a fight. Entities like that, they pride themselves on being so much more powerful than mere mortals. You challenge them to a game and they can't resist. If we can stack it in our favor, we might be able to just ask to waltz wherever we want to go into, and they will have to keep their word. There's a strange tie to oaths in regards to fake creatures.
That I can understand. But what I can't understand is why we're doing it.
Because that's our best way of accessing any information regarding Stalker. They're directly involved with it. I don't see us getting any closer without getting through the fox. And as well too, the very fact of they wrote on our invite, they're coming for us. We can either wait until they strike or we can take the initiative. That's our options. There's no ignoring this. They have already marked us. They already threw the first punch.
So we're setting an offensive trap.
It's worth considering.
Jump them as soon as they come in the room.
Venom's gonna lock eyes with you, Caché. You seem hesitant. I thought you would be on board.
I'm hesitant when I can see an end goal. I'm hesitant because I can't see an end goal to this. I don't see how we come out the other end. I don't see what lowering her gets us, where we can take her, what trap we can set up. If you could answer those questions, I'd be a lot less hesitant.
Well, the alternative option is that we wait until we eventually walk into her trap. Because that is the alternative. I do get where you're coming from, Caché, but I think at least taking initiative puts us in some position of at least equal footing. But like, don't doubt, if we walk in there and just hope for things to go our way, they will make sure it doesn't. Everything that we will try to do that night will go wrong. We need to be mindful of it, that's all.
Again, I do just think we do need to... I think we will fail just as quickly if we don't answer those questions I asked.
Well, we don't have much time, but we can at least start putting our heads together about it.
Haytrix, you have been quiet.
I'm just... Sometimes I feel I let my emotions kind of take the lead, so this time I think I'm going to put my faith in my captain.
Yeah, I do appreciate that, but we don't know what we're doing. We need as much insight as possible, so any ideas you've got would be helpful right now. Like, they could just be bad, we'll figure it out.
I mean, come here, that was my nice way of saying I actually don't have a fucking clue.
Fuck.
What do you... Let me rephrase. Artrin had a very good point. What do we each want? It does not have to be the group goal, but what is everyone's stake in this?
Big picture.
Big picture.
Get rid of Fox.
Al, get rid of Fox. Caché.
To connect the dots, everything and all these big parties that are running Avasha at the moment will be there. How do they all interconnect? That's all I'm there to get.
Information gathering. Infiltration. Alright, Gizmo.
I guess if we're talking about our ideals, I would hope to be able to have some impact to prevent any further progress in whatever virus project they're working on. That aside, to see that Venom's body is no longer being desecrated.
Artrin.
If you'd asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have said I don't really care, I don't have much stake in this, but Asher's my home now, so whatever I need to do to make this a better place. I don't know what that entails, but if I can help stop whatever's going on with Stalker, help get rid of the fox, or at least make the fox less of a problem. That's my overall goal, but I don't know how we're going to do that. So, maybe information gathering.
I'll say while everyone's getting ready, Port will kind of approach you, Haytrix, once you're dressed and kind of, fixing up your hair and stuff like that. He'll just bring you some tea and sit down and kind of look like he wants to say something but doesn't know how to start it, so he just kind of awkwardly sits there.
Yeah, we're just gonna stare at each other again?
Having a hard time figuring out how I should bring this up. And your dad has told me that I shouldn't. But I would just feel better if I did.
I practice safe sex, I swear. You don't need to do the talk.
I don't need to know about your sex life. I am a terrible father for asking this, but do you have to go?
Yeah, of course I do.
When we realized Malphus had taken you, it was like the war all over again. And I don't know if I can risk losing you again.
I know. And I get the worry and I get the fear. But nothing bad has actually happened to me. Like, Malphus wasn't going to hurt me. And I'll have Caché there, and I'll have all my friends there, and, Tarlin will be there, and there'll be plenty of people to keep an eye on me, and I'm strong. Malphus just caught me off on a bit of a hop, But, I'll be coming home, don't you worry.
Telling a father not to worry. I am afraid I have to disappoint you.
Could never disappoint me, it's okay. Just, instead of being worried, be proud of the strong daughter that you raised.
I'll try. But I'm still gonna worry. And he gets up and he kind of fixes parts of the corset and just trust your gut. I know you have friends and I know you have people looking after you, but people can get messed up into some really strange things and act out of character and just... there was a time where your father and I were at each other's throats. I don't know if he's ever told you that, but back on the ship before we became captains, there was a previous leader that we muted somewhere. We're not going to talk about that, but there was a time where we had completely just lost control of the crew, and we were all trying to kill each other. We thought someone had betrayed us, and it was just all, no one could trust anyone. There was also a goat involved, and there was a ritual sacrifice. There was a lot going on back in the day. Don't worry about the goat. We left the goat actually in town Saltmarsh, I think it was. A good luck goat, I think. Anyway,
You're
but
rambling.
I digress. The main point of my terribly worded story is that you need to trust yourself. And if you see something wrong, do something about it.
Do something in a safe way or in a Haytrix way, and I'll just like flex my arms like, ooh.
Now you're talking like your father. You'll be fine. Pulls you into hug.
We've got this. We'll be good. We will. We'll be home. We'll have a lovely dinner, and we'll have loads of laughs, and everything will be great.
Just come back to me in one piece, okay? No more arms, legs.
I didn't have a say in that, but I promise.
Good. I love you.
You too, you big goof.
I walk out with you.
Patchy is real.
Yep, and served on the same ship as Haytrix's dad's.
The Patchy. Greatest goat anyone out could have ever asked for.
Greatest of all of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rip in pieces.
Ripped. Who said ripped to pieces?
Rip in pieces.
Not one of Xenorb's finest moments, but...
Because he has so many good ones as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lyraxis joins you. Venom's dressed up. Everyone's dressed up. Everyone is looking fine and dapper, and you all are wonderful and beautiful.
Oh yes.
Do it.
Okay. Fantastic. So, still taking the steam coach, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
the safest way.
Oh, sound a little bit more sad, Caché.
Are you...
Oh, you're so sad I can't hear you.
Okay, I don't get a drive, okay? I'm very upset.
Okay.
Not this
Well, perfect. So it doesn't take long to leave the bustling of the city behind. Its flickering lights and the constant hum of machinery and clockwork, it begins to fade away into the silent breeze. Metal and construction becomes nothing more than rolling hills and endless vineyards. The steam coach does take you northeast, kind of following the curves of a river through the valleys. You pass small townships whose squares are alive with music and dance and fires. The night is of celebration, actually, and it's not just at the Glimmerfold estate where you're headed. It seems to be all across. Caché and Haytrix, would you mind rolling me a history check, please?
Mm-hmm.
8.
8.
17.
17. Haytrix. So, what you know about the Lumen Hunt, this particular celebration is often it will happen either near or around Summer's Bright, which is the longest day of the year. The tradition began about 250 years ago as a way for villagers and towns to welcome the change of season. The hunt brought nomadic and settled people together in feast and dance. Avasha's longhorn deer were the main targets. However, some years there were the fire boars or even the elusive blue pheasants were used. But most stories kind of, talked of these giant deer and boar that were presented to the Trinity, who used to rule Avasha, the Avasha Isles, before it broke up into cities. Now, the stories say if the hunter who brings down a white stag is a sign that Ishtar High has blessed the coming season. And Ishtar High is one of the nature gods. So you have that tidbit of information about what the Lumen Hunt is. You can decide to share it or just keep it to yourself. It's up to you.
No, I will happily share it. Blah, blah, blah. Share.
Shared. All of you now have that information. But approaching the estate, it's about an hour and a half journey, actually, out of the city. You see small patches of civilization seem to drift away into thick underbrush and forests. The hills grow in size and shape as well, and much larger plots of land are now carved into the sides of these hills. Tiers and layers of cascading vineyards down to the base. Still following the river, you actually bend fully north, and about a mile away you see an elaborate villa. You begin to see other carriages being pulled by their steam steeds, following the winding road up to the Glimmerford estate, which is bathed now in molten gold and silhouetted against the rays of the setting sun. It is beautiful. As you get closer and closer to the front of the manor, it appears to be carved out of pale limestone with a terracotta roof. Sprawling balconies and archways, elaborate manor just sprawled before you, arched windows, a glow of soft lantern light, yet woven into the design are delicate whispers of fae influence. And Gizmo, you actually kind of recognize some of this, and even Al, with your knowledge and historical readings of the Feywild, you see that
architecture.
Yeah, Fey architecture, basically. In particular, Gizmo, from the Spring Court.
Huh. It's a little bit like outside of my... It doesn't exactly remind me of home, per se. It's not quite what I'm used to, but it's somewhat familiar to me. My teacher made me kind of study basic architectural principles in the various courts. So it reminds me of the Spring Court's decor, to put it
Sorry, it was just the music. Beautiful. Exactly. Yeah, it's like a melding of Mineran and Feywild architecture. It's very interesting. It's very unique. But the coach comes to a stop at the front of the manor. You see that you can all disembark. You're about 50 feet or so from the front door. You see an elegant bonsai tree in the center of this kind of courtyard. Soft music is being played by a violinist near the front door. And you see a very colorful man, actually, standing, leading to what appears to be kind of like the gates of the garden. And he is standing there with a little clipboard.
Well, I suppose we should go in and get a drink.
I get too drunk now.
Oh no.
I guess we're really doing this. Not gonna lie, I'm
Everyone armed?
bit nervous.
I think we do look very disarming.
Oh yeah, you all look fabulous. Really quick rundown. What is everybody wearing? Just quick little rundown.
Melted gun corset, hot dress, shoebill mask. Messy shoebill mask.
Oh, that's right, because you wouldn't let the Raxus sturdy it up. Yep.
I'm wearing a kind of long trench coat duster style and kind of similar kind of wide brimmed hat, kind of angled down a bit, just kind of trying to hide the features a little bit more and blend in a little bit. And also wearing a crazy ant mask.
That's right, the crazy end mask. Al?
So I genuinely cannot remember what I described the last time, so I'm just gonna wing it and I'm gonna go again.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I'm wearing like big puffy leather black like biker bomber jacket. I'm wearing like white Michael Jackson gloves. I've got the skinniest pair of like red, like they're kind of like really tight jeans, like black
Yeah.
and red pinstripe.
Amazing.
I've got a like overly frilly red like dress shirt with the kind of frilly bits at the front. And I'm wearing incredibly like mirror polished black dress shoes.
Oof. Fabulous. Fabulous.
And
Caché.
my mask is like
sorry.
a kind of a like Anubis like with gazelle horns.
That's right. Yes, you were going prey and predator kind of thing. Yeah.
Wolf in sheep's clothing, maybe.
Very good. Very good.
Caché is wearing a shoulderless black and red gown with long flowy sleeves. The dress itself flows well onto the ground and trains behind her. One large leg slit to give her a bit of freedom of movement, and while also being able to hide her pistol, and a panther mask with red ornamentation.
Beautiful. Artrin, we've kind of talked a little bit about your outfit, but is there anything else you want to add?
No, just the dragonborn mask,
Mhm.
black with some like gold accents, maybe
Lovely.
maybe gold in the backs of the scales.
Ooh, love that. Yes. Very good. Very, very good. That is everyone. Okay. Quick rundown of the two companions you have with you. Lyraxus is showing a lot of skin. But the dress is absolutely elegant. It's a kind of it's a halter kind of top there that goes into like a black choker, exposes a lot of her breasts, but anyway, and it's a black and kind of gold number basically, and it's a flowy, she has two slits actually, one on each leg. And your other companion, there's a moment where all of you take a look at Venom and the persona that he has chosen. Venom has taken on the face of a mixture of an elf and some kind of fae. Firbolg? It's hard to know exactly where their inspiration came from, but they are very tall at the moment, and they have an ostentatiously large hat. The clothes look as if they are too big and yet perfectly fitted in some ways. So in some points they're like, it's just far too big for them, and then there's other points where it fits them perfectly. It is a sight to behold.
V, what it is are you going by?
I'm
A
so sorry.
bold choice of outfit.
It's absolutely stunning. I love it. I want it. That hat is amazing.
The
I
hat
don't
is
know
pretty
what
amazing.
you are. I want to know. Can't wait to talk to you. Brilliant.
Oh my god, where?
Well, hard to go home, right?
I'm so sad. Where did I put him? No, I'm so upset. Hang on 1 second. Just let me see if I can find it.
Balthazar.
No, that's me.
Oh yeah.
That is
Great
Balthazar.
Balthazar.
That must have been my
Balthazar.
inspiration.
What the actual heck? Oh, I'm so upset. Okay, well, I'll send you that one. So that's Lyraxis. And then
His
I do
name
know
is now Quincy.
that Venom. Okay, so you can kind of see on his token.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Oh,
kind of
look
what.
at Look at that. That is a choice.
Yeah, that's bold.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
right, well. Right.
You can refer to me as Sir Gregor Harmony.
Sir Gregor, I'm gonna call you Greg.
Gregor
that's easier to
Harmony, it's
remember.
a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I'll just, reach out my hand to shake him. And then immediately shit myself remembering the strength of this construct. But
They recalibrate. They make sure they don't crush your hand. But yes, so that's kind of that's who you're seeing at the moment. So you can disembark from the steam coach, and again, there's that very colorful figure who appears to be kind of waiting. You also do notice guards.
Where?
There's about 3 guards at the moment that you can see. They're dressed very similar to samurai. That's the best way to describe them.
Hey, let's not try and cause any trouble.
Just yes,
can I look at one? Like,
Can we get
really
you
look at
one of
one?
these without getting into a fight?
Could I have a good long look at one? Just kind of smiling, as I'm walking towards the front door.
Brilliant. With your passive insight and passive perception, Al, that is a construct.
They're constructs.
Yeah, very much so.
Okie
Oh.
dokie.
Didn't we encounter something like this in the Underdark in the theater? There was the two guards. They were more like ninjas than samurai, but they were sort of similar.
Were they constructs?
They were constructs, yeah. They didn't seem like constructs at first. They were they were taking the coats, but they were also like, "Ah!"
Yes.
really,
Artrin, you I think you have it.
Yeah.
You have it on the head.
These, when
Mm.
we first encountered Fox, when Fenris was taken, we
Oh.
like a maze.
Oh yeah. Oh
Mhm.
yes. God, so much has happened to us in the brief period of time we've known each other.
Like 3 days?
Yeah,
couple of weeks.
it's a bit longer than that. Maybe
Longer
2
than
weeks.
that.
I know. Yeah.
Lyraxis kind of loops her hand with Caché. Are we just going to stand here? Are we going to go in?
Needed a moment. Especially Gizmo.
Take it all in. I understand. Shall we?
I'm skipping towards the front door. I'm thirsty.
The
I begrudgingly shuffle along behind.
the colorful man standing by the gates leading to the garden with the clipboard kind of smiles at all of you. Welcome. Names?
Alnilam.
Hello?
Haytrix?
You know, I will never ever believe how many people fall for that. You're at the Lumen Hunt, dear. Don't give away your name.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
here we go.
It's such an old trick, but this is why I do it, just to remind you all what you're all in for this evening. The Lumen Hunt is where your most guarded secret is yourself. Would you like a refresher on the rules?
Yes, please.
It couldn't hurt.
all members tonight are don on the masks, and I see you've all brought yours, so fantastic. You're either predator or prey, and the rules are simple. To name someone is to claim them. Tonight is about being anyone but yourself. Happy hunting. Okay.
I
What the
turn
fuck
to-
does that mean? Does anyone actually understand what happened? Did you get that?
Not a word,
I mean-
Lyraxis.
He wants everyone to have sex.
Is that what it was?
Haytrix isn't wrong, yeah.
It's a massive orgy.
Oh,
Ah.
I didn't know this is what I was signing up for, to be honest. Can I just bow out? So
I don't think that's necessarily what's going on. I think when you claim someone, perhaps you might just get to ask them things as well. It's like there's a whole political motivation here, I'm sure.
I mean, it's very provocative language.
That's the point, dear. And he'll kind of touch your shoulder, Gizmo. And I wouldn't leave, because even if this was an orgy, you'd be right on the menu for many people in there.
That actually makes me feel less comfortable, but thank you for trying. So we have to try and pretend it's not us. I can't
I think
imagine
so.
anything we could be worse at.
I mean,
Gizmo,
yes.
I think you're thinking about this too hard.
That's what I do.
Right.
Well, that's not you.
Ah,
Can't be you.
Oh,
Don't be you.
oh, no.
Not that bad.
Just stop thinking and let's go. Come on. You'll be fine.
So I need to be very cagey and not talk to people.
I don't think you're capable of that.
I don't either. That's why I'm saying it.
I think you should just focus on who you want to get to know better tonight.
Yeah, we need to also stay on task. We need to keep an eye on you know who with also who. Yeah, we just need to eyes out, alert. We got this.
Got that.
PT on 3. Put my fist in the middle of everyone.
Lyraxis would be like, I don't know what the people are going to see. Fine.
Hell
Completely
yeah!
PT!
Okay, let's go. She'll kind of whisk you away, Caché. And she'll turn back to everyone else. By the way, if you want to know anything about anyone, just ask me. I'm... Not to toot my own horn, but I kind of know a lot of people's secrets, so... Just...
So,
That's
are you offering
Use
to tell
me.
us?
Well, of course. I know most people here, so...
Stick right by you then.
We will absolutely be making use of your skills.
Very well. All right. She'll kind of lead you through the garden path. This path is actually quite narrow. It funnels you all into this is like the side of the manor. The walls are alive with ivy and beautiful yellow flowers. Fox face, to be exact, Gizmo. All the types of flowers that you saw at the Western Fair Yard.
Yeah.
I'm
she's
laughing,
rolling her face.
listeners, because he just shook his head and rolled his eyes. Yes. So
As we're actually like on the walking, can I grab Lyraxis's attention for a moment?
yes.
I apologize. These sort of events are, a bit novel to me. We didn't have quite these the exact same things in my court. When can we expect the lady and to make a show?
You're meaning the lady of the house?
The lady of the house. I know that the Lumen Hunt inspires distraction from oneself, but surely there'd be some, formal greeting, a kind of welcome and enjoy.
Very much so. And knowing Freylin, she will make a show of it.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you for answer the question.
You're welcome. You don't have to be so formal. We have worked together quite a bit, Gizmo. I hope you'll feel more comfortable with me soon.
We're supposed to not be us. I'm trying my
Oh,
hardest here.
sorry. I misread the situation. Very good. You've done a very good job. All right, let's go.
I don't
Before we
know
go
if I-
any further, I'm going to quickly cast telepathic bond on all of us.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. All right.
Go,
Name
go.
everyone who has it.
So I think it's up to 8 people. So we've got Gizmo, we've got Caché, we've got Artrin, we've got Haytrix, we've got Venom, we've got Lyraxis.
Very
That
good.
is 6.
That is count. No. 7, 8.
Did you name
There's
all
5
not
of you.
count?
Gizmo, Caché, Artrin, Haytrix, Lyraxis, Venom. That's 6.
Oh,
Myself,
6. Yeah.
7.
7.
7. Excellent.
7. Perfect.
And
Anybody else?
Sure. Let me just double check something in the spell description.
Just include a random noble.
Just
Well, yeah,
random
yeah,
person.
One random guy
Who's
just
the
thoughts
guy?
in his head.
Who's there? Just to be just like.
And he's like, what's happening?
You know, like, they have to be willing creatures. So,
Oh.
yeah, look. No, it's just 7 of us.
Who were you
It's like
thinking?
Randy
I'm just
Orton.
curious.
He might accept it.
Who was I thinking?
I'm dying to know who you were thinking.
The doorman.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
It has to be
Interesting
someone I
choice.
see anyway, like, so.
Okay. Alright.
Doorman will be.
So the 7 of you. Yeah. So by this point, the sky is now painted in kind of streaks of lavender, rose, and deepening gold. You can catch a glimpse of the first stars flickering like lanterns hanging in the hedges of the trees. Music, obviously, you can hear hums faintly on the warm breeze, laced with laughter and rustles of silk. Guests wander the gardens that are elaborate in front of you as you come around the end of the kind of bend of this path. Elaborate masks. You see wolves with gleaming fangs, birds with of every feather. In the first garden, actually, is kind of an elaborate dance floor. And you see a few people kind of dancing at this point and talking. There's rough wooden poles, kind of with silks and ivy all hanging around this kind of portion with twinkling lights. There's a few couples already dancing on the dance floor. From there, then you see a second tier garden, kind of overlooking the first, and you see a few figures, kind of talking amongst themselves with a drink in their hands. You hear bubbling of a pond, kind of out of sight, and then at the far end you see a third tier of a garden. It seems to be like at the highest level. You see some kind of cozy lighting and sofas and some shadowed figures, leaning in close to each other back there. So yeah, I'll show you a map that you can't go on. But anyway, you get to see it. This is just this portion because I don't want to reveal
Where are
too
we all?
much. So you would have been coming in here.
I see.
So this is the dance floor. Okay. And you've got some musicians down here. This is the kind of second level. You can see a few people. What?
I just went to click and drag it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Pure
can't.
motor memory.
Oh, look
And then
who's
this-
there.
Up here is the top is the third tier. You see the third tier up here.
Well, there's
So-
Razlair,
So-
yeah.
So Razlair, yeah.
I knew
That
it
is
was going to be on the
Razlair.
second tier. I knew it. Yeah.
There's
Social life
as you kind of come in with the dance floor in front of you, behind you is like a little bar, like a little setup. There's like drinks and things that you can get. So yeah. I will say, if you're looking around, yes, you've already spotted Razlair. He appears to be speaking softly to an individual that is hooked on his arm. Absolutely stunning elvish man with flowing blonde hair and wearing a rabbit's mask.
I
in the
turn to
body of it.
Lyraxis. Father seems to have brought a great album, please.
Yeah. Do you recognize him?
No, who is he?
Well, I know this whole point of tonight is to name someone, is to claim them, but I'm going to tell you who they are because, most likely people are going to know who you are because you all stick out like sore thumbs. Sorry, but it's true.
So go on.
Yes. His name is Kalen.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I-
Ah,
No, Kaelin?
No. Sorry. I
I was like, do you?
I thought the dude from Salt Marsh. The ridiculously
What kind
beautiful guy.
Kagranek?
No.
No.
What? No.
What?
The guy who Zila's jealous of.
Oh,
Oh.
Nadia.
Nadia.
No, it's not him.
A very different.
Apologies.
Very, very different. Let's see, can we show there he is. So Lyraxis will kind of lean in. So Kalen, yeah, and I'll say Caché and Haytrix if you're listening in. Well, you're talking to her, Caché, but you do know the name Kalen immediately. He is known as the darling of Manira. She'll kind of lean in. He's one of the most revered dancers in the Lantern House. Performs, all the time in Midtown. He really can't go anywhere without an escort, or he'll be mobbed by his fans.
Well, it seems he's at least got one fan.
My father does like to make a statement. I wouldn't read too much into it, Al.
Oh. Nothing except for that very thing you just said. That he likes to make a statement.
Or, as I can see it, have to make someone jealous.
I think that might be the statement.
Yes, that's what I was getting at, yes. Anyway, I'm going to go and get a drink.
Lyraxis will kind of watch you go, Al, towards the bar, and she'll lean towards Caché. There's a bit of a rumor about Kalen, actually. I don't want to say too much. What?
Do tell.
There's talks that there were two rising stars in the Lantern House. Kalen and his partner, Surin. Now, Surin was... How do I say this? Was the acrobat, while Kalen was more of the athletic one. Both were exceptional, and they were due to premiere in the Eric Hall in the Greenspires, but Surin mysteriously broke his leg before the performance.
Manipulation.
Mysteriously. Well, I mean, I say mysteriously, mistakenly. We don't quite know how it happened, but Kalen kind of got his career set off after that. It's a rumor, of course.
More than likely true in Manira.
Who knows?
Before we go any further, I would like to have just a quick sniff into the air, just to see if there's any random fear. Because people shouldn't be fearful.
Oh god, yeah, no, there is definitely elements of fear that you get. Is anyone, about to, freak out and run away? No. But people are on edge, they're excited, they're, wanting to make sure, their glamours stay up or things like that. So yeah, you get little tidbits of fear.
Okay. Fair. No one's standing out, though.
No. But Lyraxis, as you're kind of chatting to her, she will kind of pause for a moment, her eyes fixated on one of the girls that is dancing on the floor. Okay. Adam and Jane have to drop off really quick, but it's fine. They're late. They've left the computer recording. We're not going to be much longer anyway at the moment. But I just wanted to let you guys know. If you ask for Artrin or Haytrix, they're not there at the moment. But yeah, Lyraxis will kind of point towards the kind of tiefling that seems to be dancing in the... Oh, there goes Haytrix. Dancing. She's wearing a beautiful ball gown, kind of like sapphire blue with accents of gold. It's oversized sleeves, sweeping train. Like it's very dramatic. It's very, very dramatic. And she's wearing a canary mask, actually. And Lyraxis will lean to you. That's Tamsin Creel. I'm surprised she got an invite. Don't let her bubbly persona just fool you. She is the master of deception and is currently the mouthpiece of the AIV. Her official title is Architect of Public Morale.
What would be...
AIV. Sorry, I'm not there.
The AIV is the police force, the police force that's the new one.
Yes.
Thought that she takes her role very seriously. She's been on the radio, actually, quite a bit, talking about how the AIV are going to keep the streets.
What we can do about that? Might not be a bad one to have a chat with.
There's actually quite a few interesting individuals here, but perhaps we should get a drink first before we continue.
Great.
So I'm very worried leaving Al on his own. Let's go get him. Perfect. I will just, I'll say we will start potentially next game with getting the drinks, but Al, as you're walking away from the group, do you look around at all to anybody? Do you, just out of curiosity?
I suppose I would, you know, have make a show of like looking around and spotting people, not starting with Razlair.
Of
Attempting
course.
to maintain some semblance of cover.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, he's not so subtle.
Oh.
Because he makes direct eye contact with you, completely not listening to the individual that's speaking to him. Kind of holds your gaze for a moment, and you see the mask that he's wearing, which appears to be something you've seen very recently in the books that Venom borrowed from his study, the Oni mask. A hunter of the fox. So someone is also making a statement in what he's wearing.
He's making a mistake. That's not a statement. That's crazy. Oh.
And I think we'll call it there for the night.
Somebody stop him.
Stop this man.
That is your job, sir.
Oh,
that is your job, sir.
Alrighty.
I will. Well, thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye.